Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Brett Heffes. He's a chairman and CEO of Nasdaq-listed Winmark, a franchisor in the resale business and also one of the first movers in the sustainability movement. It is great to have you with us, Brett. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about Winmark's business model and some of the brands that's operated by Winmark.
Sure. At Winmark, we talk about that we're the resale company, and that really is our business model. And what that means is that we operate a network of 1,300 locally owned buying centers all across North America. So you'll come to one of our locations and hopefully you'll bring us some of your gently used items, and our staff will evaluate the items and try to determine if they will sell well in our stores, and if they do, we'll pay you cash on the spot. So that's a really key piece of the business model, and the brands that we cover are Plato's Closet, which is teen apparel, Once Upon a Child, which is children's apparel and hard goods, Played Again Sports, which is sporting goods, Music Around, which is guitars and instruments, and Style Encore, which is our women's business.
What makes the model unique, and what are the advantages for the franchisees?
Sure. One of the things that makes the model unique is our focus on value. When you think of Winmark and our brands, it's the brands that sell well in our stores are Carter's, Old Navy, Nike, Under Armour, American Eagle, not the luxury brands. So that's one of the things that makes the model very unique. And then from a franchisee perspective, you're buying into a proven business model. So we've been doing this for 30 years and we've made a lot of mistakes along the way, and we can help accelerate your progress if you come join us. And a key piece of that franchisee is the community involvement. Our stores are very different than traditional retail. We pay you to come visit us, and our stores pay out over $350,000 a year to the community. We're giving out over $1,000 a day in cash for you to come visit us with your items. So it's pretty powerful.
It's interesting, you have a history in sustainability even before it was a popular movement. Walk us through some of the key milestones in Winmark's history as it relates to sustainable efforts.
Sure, yeah, we've been doing this since 1988. That's when we acquired the franchise rights for Play It Again Sports. The milestone that I'm probably most proud of is we recycled or extended the lives of 158 million units last year. Wow. And that breaks down to 432,000 a day and 5 per second. So that's pretty exciting. And then recently we added to our website, we were inspired by a lot of the things around here in New York City, but a ticker that talks about how many items we've kept out of landfills since 2010. And that number is now over 1.4 billion, and it's approaching 1.5 billion. So our company, a lot of people don't know about Winmark per se, they know about our brands, but our impact on the environment is absolutely massive.
That's quite remarkable. I was unaware of that myself. How do you expect the resale market to perform in a challenging economic environment where things are slowing down a bit here?
Yeah, I mean, our focus on value, like I mentioned earlier, and that we buy directly from consumers, you know, that's really served us well during tough economic times, and I think it's extremely relevant today. I mean, we've been through this before. From a seller's perspective, you're going to come visit us because you're going to want to clean out your garage and bring in your hockey skates and your kids' items. And from a buyer perspective, we're 70 to 80% off traditional retail for a comparable item. So those things play well in tough economic environments. And I'm not a big procrastinator, a big predictor of what's going to happen in the future, but I think we're going to do really well, and the resale industry in particular is going to do really well during tough environment.
Well, you and I were talking off camera, we both played sports, right? We both played soccer. We know how expensive sporting equipment can be, particularly hockey, football. So it's great that you're able to acquire these things at 70, 80% off in an environment like this. What about supply chain challenges? How have you managed that over the past couple of years?
Yeah, we get that question a lot, and people are really surprised by the answer, but we really haven't been impacted by it because of the unique way in which we acquire the inventory. We get it directly from you. So when stores are having problems with ports and shipping or placing orders overseas, we don't typically have those problems because virtually all the products we sell are used. So we have some new product in our Play It Again Sports business, but we've recently been announcing some partnerships to try to help our franchisees get more used products. And we announced one recently with Rawlings and Easton Baseball, really iconic baseball brands, to promote sustainability and showcase their brands.
And Brett, to wrap up here, what's next for Winmark? Where do you see future growth?
Yeah, I mean, we've spent the last 24 months redefining our strategy, refocusing the company, coming up with our mission of providing resale for everyone. And what that means we're going to do next is we're going to focus on our existing stores. If our stores, we're only as good as our weakest store, so we put 90% of our energy in terms of the individual stores that we currently have, supporting them and making sure they're profitable. But secondly, we're going to provide resale for everyone. And what that means is we're going to add more stores. We have a strong foundation, and we're looking for qualified partners that want to grow, that are interested in sustainability. 2 weeks from now is my 20-year anniversary with the company, and I've never been more excited about the resale industry and about Winmark's position in it.
All right, Brett, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.